Welcome back. In the previous part, we were running on top of trains. It was crazy, but in this part, rounds again. Pass! A young tourist asked me a good question a little while ago. Why do balloons float? And without a moment's hesitation, I replied, because they're filled with hopes and dreams. He sneered at my answer. Kids these days can be so cruel. Come on, kids, get out there and dream. Think balloons are filled with a gas lighter than air? Nope. They're filled with hopes and dreams. It's a gas lighter than air. I wonder what kind of part-time job I should look for. Waiting tables would be a safe choice. Then again, hosting is how you earn the big bucks. Wait, what on earth am I thinking? No matter how well it pays, having to pour liquor for old men would give me the creeps. If I want to live on my own, I'll have to work. What kind of job would I even get? The number of orbital traffic violations has been on the rise again. I understand laws are just rules made up by the government, but you'd think people would follow them out of common decency. You know those morals you learned back in Sunday school? Sadly, some people become so selfish and inconsiderate when they're adults. Don't forget, guys, eyes on the road and hands at 10 and 2. And don't forget to pay attention to your surroundings, okay? I wouldn't dream of it. Well, remember that, Kate. That is, if Noelle ever lets anyone else drive. At the end of the day, rules are just rules. For the roads to be safe, drivers need to be considerate of others. Yeah, it's gonna be the same, isn't it? So, what you'll see on your right is... was it my right or their right? How did Mummy say again? What you see to my right? All people can talk about these days is independence. There's more happening in the news, everyone. Just a few days ago, there were some important changes in basic traffic law. The latest reform introduced the ability to suspend someone's license to the penalty system. I pray that it'll reduce the number of orbital traffic accidents at least a little. Breaking certain laws will now result in a suspended license for a while. In other words, you can't drive. I pray that it'll reduce the number of orbital vehicle accidents at least a little. I didn't think I'd see the day Crossbell was seriously considering declaring independence before I died. Let me tell you a thing or two about independence. Be a dream come true. You might be flying too close to the sun. Independence really would be a dream come true, but maybe it's just that. A dream. Check it out. Like, are you really not going to get on that diet and exercise life after all? My god. Why can't there be a way to lose weight without having to work out or stop eating? I'll do anything, so please, someone, tell me! Backwards, but you know, works. It works. Oh, hello, that's new. Herb pasta. Sorry, oh no, it's completely all over the place, this one, isn't it? Because if you go American, it's herb pasta. Herb pasta. When it's actually herb pasta. Nostalgic flavors made with fresh herbs. There's a recipe for herb pasta written here. Herb pasta. That's how you say it. Oistdorf is a genius. He's using this new rivalry with Nono as a way to light a fire under Celteo. 1 week from today, they're going to have a cooking showdown to determine who will be the second chef. Seeing how motivated they both are, I wish they could both win and be chefs. No, but keep this to yourself. The less Celteo knows about this, the better. Okay, so it's like, Oistdorf is a genius. The competition with No has Celteo more motivated than ever. I thought I'd have to come back to waitressing by now. The manager asked for me to work in the kitchen a little longer, so I agreed. Not only that, but asked me to compete against Celteo to see who will be the new full-time chef. I feel a little bad that Celteo has been tricked into becoming more motivated. I'm having a lot of fun, though. I used to cook a lot at home, but getting to do it at work has been a lot of fun. I think you're becoming a chef myself. Oh, maybe it's not just a competition. It's about time Cell 2 got serious. Now that we have a rivalry on our hands, there's no telling where it'll lead. Zip zip. Becoming an independent state won't be as simple as some people think. Don't they realize the danger this could put us in? Honestly, I'm not opposed to Erebonia and Calvard's idea to station troops within our borders. Then again, history tells us it's only a matter of time before those two fight over something again. True. It's official. No, and I are now rivals. First challenge is to see who makes the best pasta. I need to think about which recipe would be best. Oh, it's Tio. And everyone else too. Well, look who's here. What's up, guys? Been a while. Hey, Chief Roberts and Jonah. Are you treating Jonah to lunch? Yes, I want Jonah to at least try to balance his diet for once in his life. He ate nothing but pizza while he was living at the headquarters in Le Mans State. Yes, I recall. You can see that he's hardly touched any of his veggies. I mean, that because there's none in front of him, unless you're talking about the plant. You're right, his plate is filled with nothing but peppers and carrots. Being a picky eater isn't good for you, Jonah. I always hate that mandate. It's like, it's fine as long as you get the nutrients. That's the point here, you get the nutrients. Carrots are atrocious for me because I have a reaction to them. That doesn't make me a picky eater, Ellie. Don't treat me like a kid, I'll eat whatever I want. Thank you, Jonah. Coming to a restaurant like this, to eat with a fork and knife, is a total waste of my time. It's way easier to chow down on some pizza while I'm operating my terminal. This can't be. You mean to say these scrumptious vegetables don't suit your palate? No, this is all my fault. I only wanted you to eat something more nutritious. Aha, I know. Gather chefs from all across Zemuria, create the ultimate vegetable dish that even you'll love. Could you cut it out already? This is why you're so friggin' annoying. Just have to stop being picky, right? I'll do it, just watch me. Chomp. It's so bad. Maybe changing him won't be that easy after all. If only. You guys found something about that clown guy who hacked the tower while you were at Michelin, didn't you? Official police business, Jonah, we can't comment. He's right, we did meet him at Michelin. But it'd be smart to not involve Jonah. Damn, so that's how it's gonna be, huh? Well, fine. I hasn't shown up on the orbital net ever since the whole tower incident. I'm gonna make him pay me back double for trashing my base. If you hear any more details, send them my way, okay? Well, we can't promise you anything. Just stick in the mud. Just upload the info onto the terminal of yours and that'll be good enough. I'll hack into it later and take a look-see for myself. You shitting me? The RBC is supporting you now. You should consider behaving yourself every once in a while. Now, I would like you to keep a close eye on him, Chief. I cannot let him run rampant on the orbital net, now that some basic laws have gone into effect. I know that, Tio. I'll take care of you, Jonah. I'll watch over you 24 hours a day like a hawk. Come on, Tio. Don't egg him on. You know what kind of hell you're putting me through. We should go, everyone. Sure. Way to push your problems onto someone else, Tio. That's how it's done. Don't worry about me, Tio. I take full responsibility for looking after Jonah. He's your problem now. I mean, you've got this, Chief. Tio gets along better with Roberts when she's pushing Jonah onto him. Now, Jonah, green peppers and carrots are plenty delicious too. No. I'll even feed them to you if you want. Say, ah, for the orbital airship. Here it comes, Jonah. Whoosh, and stuff. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. How annoying can the chief get, spying on me 24 hours a day? I'll remember this, Tio. My work here is done, let us be off. Stop ignoring me! Tio, Shul knows how to keep him on a tight leash. Get off, I don't need you to feed me, you weirdo. Fair enough. Wait, how long have you two been here? Crossbell is a wonderful place. I hope we can see all of the sights and make some happy memories. I was unsure about traveling to Crossbell after all of the recent international tension. Glad we decided to come. My girlfriend is having a great time too. Well, what lovely. Dum dum. Sirone suggested I become a nurse. We put a lot of thought into it. I'll wait until after the next entrance exam though. Already scored well on my last practice one. For now, the plan is still to take the next real one and see what happens. Knowing I have multiple paths open to me is already a weight off my shoulders. If I don't find a way to stay optimistic, then I'll fail before I even take the exam. Even studying is more relaxing than it used to be. But only a little bit. I think Southwark and Janetta are dating. Something like a little fling in the workplace. Ah, youth. Dum 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 dum. So, did Southwark confess on that trip he took her on? Uh-huh. It was at Fortuna, that fancy restaurant out in Michelin. Even asked the staff to help him wish her happy birthday. I never realized Southwark was such a romantic. Right. So happy for Janetta. So that makes me the only single one of the three. My, if it isn't the SSS. Thank you for shopping with Times. Have a wonderful day. Oh, my apologies. Pearl and I were a little wrapped up in our conversation. It would be my pleasure to help you with anything you need. The closing of the trade conference came as a shock to everyone. Between the terrorist attack and Mayor Croy's proposal, I was left speechless. Cannot imagine how other countries will receive that proposal, but it certainly feels like the world's eyes are now on Crossbell. It's stuck on benches there. I always saw Janetta as nothing more than a friend until... well, maybe I didn't understand my own feelings. Glad I found the courage to ask her out. Good for you, mate. Good for you. I'm going to kill the time. I'm going to kill it by doing some more people watching. I noticed the guy that runs the general store and that one reception lady, but I'm a lot friendlier lately. What's going on here? Who knows? The more expensive clothes and accessories are, the more likely they are to influence trends. I think what makes name brand fashion worth the price is its quality and durability, though. The store has new seasonal goods in. I can always count on Times to stock what I'm looking for. State independence. There's a tricky topic to talk about. Years ago I abandoned the Empire to live in Crossbell. Never thought this day would come when I did that. Fair enough. Didn't expect Crossbell to have an independence movement in my lifetime. I'd be fine and dandy with it, but something tells me Erebonia and Calvard aren't going to let it happen that easily. No, they are not. You only have one chance to make a good first impression. That goes for a pair of shoes just as much as it does for people. Odd though it may be, I want my display of shoes to seem as though they're happily greeting every customer that walks by. Alright then. There she is. Southwark was so amazing the night he took me to Michelin. He looked me straight in the eye and said that he likes me for who I am. I couldn't have asked for a better birthday. Aww. Not only that, but he got us tickets to Arkansas's show too. What a sweetheart. You're like the luckiest girl in all of Crossbell. Dun 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 dun. The weather's really nice. I like it when we come to the roof. Ah! I could get used to seeing this view of Orcus Tower. I would expect the cityscape to change dramatically over the next 10 or 20 years. Orcus Tower may be the only building that will be a permanent fixture of our skyline. Until there's really, really big ones or it gets blowed up. Who knows? Who knows? I'm of the opinion that ZCF makes the most reliable orbital goods. Their products always did seem to be more expensive than their competition, but it's because they're worth it. Gulam used to work here. We had a difference of opinion on management styles and decided to part ways. Now I think back on it, I feel like I may have been the one in the wrong. Far too late to realize it, but Gentin never would have made it to where it is without employees like him. Wendy has often told me she preferred the atmosphere of Gentin. It was a simple workshop. Nice if we could preserve the legacy of the old workshop in some way, even if only on the inside. No matter what my daughter says, it's only natural that I'd worry about her. That's why I've decided to apply for an orbital engineer job at this store. The problem is, I've always been more of a designer than an engineer. Sure, I can do simple maintenance just fine, but would that be enough to hire me? Maybe. Do you think the manager will still hire me? Maybe, I just said. I understand why Dad is so worried about me. Doesn't change the fact that he's being overbearing. You hear about this independence stuff? Caught me by surprise. But the more I hear, the more I get the mayor's idea. Erebonia and Calvard were talking about putting their soldiers at our border gates. Never going to have real peace unless we stand up for ourselves and make our voices heard. Well, we'll see how it works out. This store has a great variety of products from different brands. I wouldn't expect anything less from Zemuria's leading trade city. Well, of course not. Of course not. Right, to back alley at this point. Please only. Why was it only open that one time then? I thought it was just going to be a permanent thing now. Huh. Click. Click. Interesting. Very interesting. The debate over independence is even more heated on the orbital net. I would say that most are in favour of it. Fascinating. As for me, I'm still undecided. Let the argument rage on, I say. The debate over independence is even more heated on the orbital net. Same thing again then. This way leads to Crimson & Co. Constellation has been laying low ever since the conference. Doubt I'll be able to drag any info out of them right now. Yeah, we're better off not hanging around here. Yeah, I wanted to speak to her. All the independence talk is cramping my style. That's why right now it's the perfect time to come in and relax. We'll make you feel real good. Now we'll go inside and come out and speak to you later. The latest word on the streets is the Imperial government hired the Red Constellation to kill those terrorists at the conference. Crimson & Co. have been quiet ever since then. There's hardly been anything to talk about around here at all. Business as usual for them, I suppose. It must come with the territory of being a top-class Jaeger corps. Crimson & Co. have been quiet ever since the conference. There's hardly been anything to talk about around here at all. Business as usual for them, I suppose. It's come with the territory of being a top-class Jaeger corps. Everyone has been talking about this referendum thing. Eric said I should be keeping up with it too, but that's easier said than done. Voting hours are always right in the middle of when I'm getting my beauty sleep. I doubt I'll be able to vote. Apparently they made it 24 hours long to give us graveyard shift workers a break. Voting hours are always right in the middle of when I'm getting my beauty sleep. Always. Well, hello. Want to come and have some fun at our club? Truth is, I'm competing with my rival hostess and it's a close fight. Whoever wins this month will be top girl. So can you do me a favor and help me out? So you're working right now too, huh? Okie dokie. But when you clock out, you come to our club and ask for a big heaping help of Eris. You can pull my victory out together. Yeah, we'll see how that works then. Man, our Conceal got themselves another star in the making. That's the girl's going to be a new princess in their play, eh? It hasn't been a year since they found Risha. Some people call the luck, huh? I wish our club was half as good at scouting hostesses as our Conceal is at scouting dancers. Come on, Ilya, you got Sully, so let us have Risha. Out of my way, world. I've got some gambling to do today. The problem is, my wallet's looking pretty dry. My wallet keeps taking a thrashing. I can always ask my folks for a little spending cash. They won't know what it's for. I may be Crossbell, but I used to work for a hotel in Erebonia. Downside was having to cater Erebonian nobles. Got old fast. My career has been much less stressful ever since I moved back home. Get much needed experience when I worked for an Erebonian hotel. It was also a very tiring job. My career's been much less stressful ever since I moved back home. Well, it would be, because we know what the nobles are like. Ugh. Our Conceal's next big show is just a few days. I wish I could have gone to the debut, but I'm still looking forward to seeing the new version of the show for myself eventually. Do you need anything else from me? Collaboration between the Quincy Company and American Village to establish the American Honey Company has been going smoothly. I hope you all look forward to our success. Collaboration between those two, yes, smoothly. Okay. Many of us are pining for independence, but not all. The difference in opinion cannot be ignored. Having lived to see the last several decades, I know how deathly serious our neighbors to the east and west can be. However, much like Hotel Millennium has changed, this is the time for Crossbell to change, too. Double check. Hop, hop. Hop, hop. Should Crossbell become independent? It's a difficult but necessary question to answer. We'll see how the people respond to it. Yeah. Lady Ilya, Risha, and Sully will be starring alongside each other as the Encore's three celestial princesses. We've managed to score a ticket to this debut. I cannot wait. 3 days. 3 more days. It's almost time for the encore performance. I can't wait any longer. Now we can go in. Opening night is quickly approaching. I can feel the excitement growing among the troop, myself included, naturally. It feels weird we can just barge in. Sully doesn't look so good. I wonder if she's nervous about her performance. This being her debut wouldn't surprise me. This is a challenge she must overcome on her own, though. Keep quiet and watch over her. Yeah, you're right. Sully's having a difficult time at her debut. Theodore is right. I have to trust her to figure things out on her own. There's nothing you could do to help someone who hasn't noticed their own problems. Ilia probably wants to help, but I'm sure she understands that the most. In a more important role than Nikolai yet. What are you complaining about, Sully? Be on the stage plenty more this time, would you? Maybe, but compared to the others... No one is comparing you to anyone. Don't you know that? This troupe only has one Celine, and that's you, sweetie. Come on, put a smile on for me. Will you? That scowling is going to ruin your makeup. Celine always has been a warrior. Just how she feels, but I hope she gets through it. So I'm the only Celine here. But is that enough? Should be enough. Where is Corellia when you need her? Becky's company choosers, I guess. Eugene, can I ask you for a favor? What is it, Ply? My sash has loosened up a bit. Got tired by myself, so be a doll and help me out, will you? For serious? It's only Ply. You must not be so envious. I fear that one mistake means it's off to the gallows. Eugene's a little more innocent than I gave him credit for. It's making me feel a little embarrassed too. Sounds like the set I had the studio built for the encore performance will be finally ready by tomorrow. That's great, but boy did I ask him for a lot this time. Still, Master Jurik? Yerk always pulls through for me in the end. I'm excited to go pick it up. Boy did I ask a lot this time. Look, Risha and Sully are on stage. That's Sully's Star Princess outfit. It is beautiful. Yeah, but take a closer look at Sully. Yep, looks a little uncomfortable out there. Wasn't that perfect, Haven? It is going to be floored by my skills. I would say it was passing marks, yes, but... That's all? What about you, Risha? What do you think? Did I make a mistake somewhere? If I had to give you a word of advice, Sully, you to put a little more emotion into how you move. It's difficult to explain, but it feels if you picture yourself exactly as how you want the audience to see you. How I want to be seen? Could you be more specific? And he was right, she's struggling. We should probably leave them be. I agree, this would be a bad time to interrupt. Focused on training, we shouldn't interrupt them. We've got like free reign in this place. See everyone everywhere. Hello. What are you doing up here, Elia? Oh, it's my favorite little guy and his friends. Did you come here to give us some encouraging words before the encore? Something like that. Were you looking in on how Sully and Risha's rehearsal is going? You got it. I can get a great view from up here without them noticing. It's good to see that you don't need me there to be giving it that all. But remind me of myself when I first joined the troupe. Guess even you were a rookie at some point. Kinda hard to imagine, ain't it? Feel free to tell us all about it. We've got the time. Not that I mind, but I don't want to bore your kids to tears. I promise you won't. We'd love to hear about it. Remember all the papers mentioning how high expectations were for your debut. I had not realized you had captivated the city even before debuting. On that note, what made you pursue becoming an artist in the first place? A good question. I'd say it's because I watched Arkansas perform back when I was a little kid. Oh, I get it. So you wanted to be just like them, is that it? No, not exactly. It's true that their productions were impressive, even then because of their talented artists and elaborate sets. There was something missing. Into their shows, I felt like there was something wrong and I couldn't accept it. What do you mean? Everyone and their mothers would talk about how amazing our conceal was. So afraid there might be something wrong with me to think otherwise. There I was, little baby Heiyue, thinking, come on, I could do better than that. Can you imagine a total amateur like me thinking she could outshine our conceal if she was only given a chance? Oh, so you were just as passionate even when you were little? That you'd like that. I can only imagine all the friends you made when you finally did make it into the troop. Won't deny it, I was a talentless and inexperienced amateur, dancing on the toes of the real pros. But in my heart I believed I could be the one to raise the bar. I told myself that if I let my performance do the talking, then eventually I'd earn their respect and win their hearts. Which made you who you are today. Maybe. You boys and girls know by now that I'm a perfectionist. Catch is, I don't believe our conceal has ever had a perfect show. That's why I went out and mined 2 diamonds in the rough. Revache and Sully. With 2 of them at my side, I believe we're oh so close to having the show I dreamed of. You, Heiyue, are the most ambitious person I've ever met. We're a testament to there being no genius better than hard work. In your case, Heiyue, you're a genius who works hard. There's no one like you. Couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, please. You don't have to flatter me in exchange for a boring story like that. Maybe you guys can attend Golden Sun Silver Moon's encore sooner or later. Revache and Sully are going to set the stage on fire with yours truly. It'll be our greatest production yet. We won't miss it. We'll look forward to you 3 putting on the show of your dreams, Heiyue. It's been so long since I reminisced about when I first joined the troop. You guys finally have a night off? You should come see us and put on the encore performance. It'll knock you dead. Revache and Sully are going to set the stage on fire with yours truly. It's going to be our greatest production yet. Well, I suppose that'd be interesting. No one in the box seats. Our encore performance debuts in 3 days. Dress rehearsal is scheduled for tomorrow. Please beware that only the troop members will be allowed in the theatre during that time. Bum, 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 bum. Can't interact. Okay. Let's get out of here. Ice cream! Get your ice cream! I'm happy to offer samples if you're having trouble picking them between all of my scrumptious flavours. I even have these cute little spoons you can use to have a taste. Sales have been booming ever since I started giving out samples. Now my grasp on first place in sales is like an iron vice. Viva la ice cream! Hey there, Wazzy. Thanks for the good time the other day. Our hour together felt like a dream. Same to you, madam. I'm glad I could be of service. Putting aside the moral grey area, how does Wazzy find time to host in between all of our other duties? I'll be seeing you again soon, Wazzy. Oh my. Hey there, wanna play? Don't always wear this outfit, you know. My boyfriend asked nicely enough I'd wear it for him in private, though. Oh well. Alright. Jeez. Bit more than I wanted to know, really. Oh. Independence. To be or not to be. McCoy has cast a very daring die. And the die is cast. Damn, that is one fine and classy lady sitting over there. Can't believe she'd refuse our invite. We can't all have good taste. Everyone's making a huge fuss over this independence garbage. A bunch of morons you are. You should just keep your mouth shut and obey the Republic like the dogs you Crossbellans are. You value your peace and lives, that is. Whether this piddly state becomes independent or not is no concern of mine. I'll continue to drain the city of all the fun and joy it's worth until then. Don't push your luck, Yuri. You might get thrown out if you win too much. Those 3 have been obnoxious and rude to our other guests since they arrived. They lack all manners and common decency. If it continues, I'll have to straighten them out with a stern warning. It may be a casino, but there are still rules and manners that guests must abide by. If it continues, I'll have to straighten them out with a stern warning. Oh my. No interest in shallow men clinging onto their parents' mirror and status. Fine men like Drake are much more my type. I don't care how much mirror you have, I loathe pretentious laziness. Men like Drake are much more my type. Those three over there look like they have mirror to spend, but I don't like their vibe. They started hitting on me. Asked if I wanted to play with them, but I turned them down. Good for you. That was... yeah. Just looks slightly different. That's not what I want. I want to see if there's anything I need to get. Comfy chair, the Tristan a jukebox? I don't remember if I got the jukebox before. I should check some of the other shops really, shouldn't I? Because they probably have updates. I'm 100% behind Crossbell's independence. It's downright unbelievable that we have to give Erebonia and Calvard a part of our revenue. Our independence is an undeniable right. A few customers are causing quite the commotion downstairs. I may have to ask them to leave if they don't settle down. Be careful, mate, someone's got their eye on you.